Hello and welcome to D-Bitty's channel. Dylan has a podcast. Yeah, wiggle fingers. Okay, I am here today with my very special friend. This is Emery. Emery, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Emery is a librarian here in the St. Louis area. And now, I don't know if you know anything about Dylan has a podcast, but it's a show all about reality TV.
I kind of found this out today.
You did? Okay, great. Well, today we are going to watch a very special blooper reel of Running Man, which is an Asian reality show, and I don't know too much more about it, but it is funny, and sometimes I can understand the words and sometimes not, so it'll be a good time for all of us. So, without further ado, here we go! Yeah! Party time! Here we go! I love it.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I like the little comic book type.
And those
thing.
pillows. Why don't we do this over here, Emery? This sounds like a fun thing.
Because we don't have sleeping bags.
I also love the sound effects that they have. Watcha! Watcha! Whoa! Where did he go?
They do something with everything. Although, I shouldn't be laughing at people injuring
Yes, you
themselves.
should!
Oh, I don't know any of these words. Not even the English ones.
Oh, that's cheating!
Why are you kicking him again?
You see, you can write the words in English there.
I don't understand the color coding.
Do the reds or question marks?
Amazing.
I love how they all laugh at one person too. It's like very gang-uppy. Oh, I haven't watched the episode where they play bass.
His hand slides off.
You're out, bitch. You're out.
Why are they wearing jackets?
I guess that's what they're really cold. Or are they like, we're gonna injure ourselves?
Probably.
What is that?
They're playing baseball with a bowling ball.
Have you ever done this before? With the bats? It really is that bad.
Bats?
Well, they spun around with the bat. And then they go in an opposite course and you're all dizzy. Oh, we'll do that later.
Human paragliding. No.
Nah.
They're calling him the giraffe.
It's a real zoo.
Yeah.
That's what I say when I hang out with my friends. Zoo.
Aww.
Oh, there we go.
And we're back. Exclamation point.
Everything's so dramatic. Like this lighting in here, actually. Well, they have pseudo-celebrities in here, right? Like, every once in a while they have, like, a celebrity that, like, pops in
The
here.
giraffe. That's like the third time they've called him the giraffe.
Is choosing to take his shoes off, too. Why would you do
Hang
that?
on, I'll do it for you.
Moron!
And how many people does it take to take off shoes?
It looks like a sumo ring. Maybe they're like, oh, oh.
Okay, what's a title flat? Is that like
Aren't you the librarian?
water shoes?
I don't know.
Boat shoes?
Maybe that's what it is. Oh, that wasn't very funny. I do that on a regular basis. Yes, Emery, I do go to random soccer fields and slip. Oh. Oh. We need to do this.
What is that made out of?
Coming soon to a video near you. Betty Mouse.
That'd be kind of fun.
We could use this room. This room is very spacious.
This room is.
Why I think this one's more funny than the other ones is funny.
Was that the floor squeaking? Oh, I hate squeaking.
Squeak, squeak. Are they in like? They look like they're in like a Sam's Club.
They could be an IKEA.
I love IKEA. IKEA is not a sponsor.
I love it too, and they're unfortunately not paying me anything for saying that.
Yeah, but if you want to monetize the video,
yeah,
let us know.
I love IKEA so much. I don't really like shopping, but I could live there.
Oh, I could too. Absolutely. Those little like rooms that they have are large rooms. Do very great use of space.
Is it over?
Oh,
no,
and
it's over too soon.
It is over. Okay, Emery. Now I have to ask you because this is my first like collaborative video with others.
All right.
Was it awful, or how tolerable was this blooper reel?
It was pretty tolerable. I just am not familiar with the show, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I do agree that the video is best funny fall and slip moments of Running Man. So it must be
double
real
funny. Double funny.
And I will say I probably won't watch the video again. It was awful. So
I don't find very much of anything to be awful.
Well, Emery is the nice cop and the good cop, and I'm the me.
I'm not a cop.
But for now, please like and subscribe.
No, I thought you were doing thumbs down. Yes, please subscribe.
Please like. You know what? Honestly,
please don't dislike.
If you want to dislike, just tell me why. And IKEA, if you're out there, because I know you are, free furniture is always good thing for me.
We need something better than this blank wall here.
I know. Why don't you help me and us update our video content? So if you go to Dylan Has a Podcast on Instagram or Twitter, you're more than likely to DM me or here on YouTube. But until next time, my name is Dylan, and this is
Emery.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Selling it.
Take that approach that who cares about the product.
No,
now that I'm managing,
I do care
let
about
me
the
finish.
product.
Now that I'm managing this product, we don't.
Yeah, I will say this: you're very beautiful, but you're very low key in terms of your beauty compared to Playmates of the Year. I've known a lot of Playmates of the Year.
I'm sure you have.
You're not very overstated, and I think that's actually a nice thing. I'm not saying that negatively.
We were asked to wear a certain uniform, which I was happy to wear, but at the same token, we weren't allowed to use our celebrity that often.
Allowed to use?
I actually think the uniforms were a terrible mistake. They just didn't do anything to show who you were. I mean, you're sitting there, you're hiding behind hats. You've got, a big hot dog on your chest. You were advertising the product, hot dog, rather than the celebrity. Again.
Coming from our project manager, Omarosa, when we said we wanted to do the red carpet, glam, all of that kind of thing, she said we want to use the celebrityness as a cherry on top, not as our selling pitch.
Omarosa, what do you think it was about? Hot dogs or branding or celebrity? What do you think it was about?
It was about getting the largest amount of money you could for one transaction.
Okay. And is that about, let me ask you this, is that about hot dogs?
I gave you all the information about each of the areas that we chose.
Do you think you gave them the right information about location? Because you really would know location, like I would know the location better than...
What I gave them about 34th and 7th
That
was...
is not a good location, in my opinion.
Anywhere near Penn Station, yeah, you can make the $1 sale to the tourist who's coming into New York maybe around noon, but it's a very poor location.
Omarosa, I want you to pick two people, and then I'm going to ask everybody to leave, including you and the two people, and I'm going to ask you and the two people to come back.
Mr. Trump, my two people, of course, Carol. And Tiffany.
Okay. Everyone leave, and the three of you will come right back.
That's it. We won't see any more now. Omarosa, Tiffany, Carol. Tiffany's gone.
She may want to take Carol out now.
No, she won't.
Who's more combative.
She needs Carol because Carol knows New York.
Those girls have now gone public slagging each other off. We can disagree in here, but we have not publicly had a go at each other, and that's a massive advantage, right?
If you thought the first part was fun, wait till you see this part. It gets better.
Omarosa's a survivor, like a cockroach.
Annette, let him come in, please. So, Omarosa, what do you have to say for yourself?
You know, everybody likes, the comfort of being a follower without the discomfort of being a leader. I stepped up, I took a risk, we lost, but I take accountability for the plan that I put in place, and I look to these ladies, to my team, to implement it, and we just came up short.
What do you think, Carol?
I think I stepped up in every moment that I could. When there was a void to be filled, I stepped in. When I disagreed with something, I said so, but ultimately, Omarosa was our leader, and I would always defer to her because she was making the ultimate decision.
You don't like Omarosa very much, do you?
I have nothing against Omarosa. I have the utmost respect for what she's accomplished on The Apprentice. However, I just felt that that got in the way a bit. I think that she was very secure in what she was doing, and almost overly secure.
They all loved the fact that I've been on the show. They tried to exploit me for that and extract information from it. And now she sits here and says it's a liability. Why
it ultimately appeared?
Well, because it's convenient because you're sitting in front of Donald Trump.
Because it's now the end of the task, so I saw what the problems were.
I was open, I shared information with you all, and now you have the audacity to sit here and criticize me for being helpful.
Tiffany, you look a little scared. You know, you're dealing with two people that are a little older than you, two people that have been through the wars. You really haven't been through the wars, and I can see that. Do you feel a little nervous or a little scared being with these two? Because
Not
they're
at
pretty
all.
intimidating.
Not at all. I've been.
And by the way, I have to tell you, Carol, I'm very impressed with. I mean, she's tough, and Omarosa, you have to say that.
She's fighting.
She's fighting. She was
fought for 2 days. Come on.
I think across the board, everyone worked really hard. At the end of the day, we were mentally and physically exhausted. Am I scared of anybody?
Were you exhausted?
Heck no. I was in the
Don't
pageant
get exhausted.
system.
Don't even talk about exhausted. Don't even say you were exhausted. Just
Well, we worked
put it out of your mind.
very physically hard in engaging with these people. And
Did you undersell relative to the other people on your team?
There's no way of knowing because as far as Mary Lou is concerned, she brought in the biggest
she did.
dollar. And thank God, not all of us have those contacts.
Hey, look, you have one of the greatest contacts.
I do.
You have, he's a friend of mine. You could call him up. You could say, would you do me a favor? Would you buy a hot dog for $10,000? It's for a charity, blah, 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 right? And you never did that. And I think he would have been the first. He probably would have said, no, I'll give you $100,000.
We made a group decision to be very careful who
made that decision?
Yeah,
Because
I'd
the
like
men
to-
made the opposite decision
we
and they
pick and
kicked your
choose.
ass. Who told you to
we were
not do that?
consciously aware of the fact that if we remained in this competition, we wanted to use our resources to the best of our ability. Asking Mr. Hefner to buy a $10,000 hot dog right
should have
now.
done it. He would have done it.
So you were holding back for another task.
I was holding back for a bigger task.
Yeah, but a lot of time, there's no bigger task. In the meantime, you may be fired, right? What's the
This
bigger
is true.
task? You may be watching the bigger task.
I understand that.
You're not going to win by selling $2 hot dogs.
And we talked about that upselling, and I learned that from Omarosa. Is
I
to
wanted
make
them to sell
the
at
upsell.
$1,000,
And so
$5,000.
You
we said,
respect
hey,
Omarosa, don't you?
I do. I respect.
I think, Carol, you in a certain way respect.
I
you
do,
probably
too.
hate her, but you respect
No,
her.
I don't hate
You
her.
hate her. Give me a break. Omarosa, if you were me, who would you fire?
You know, I actually think that Tiffany has potential. She has an open mind, and I think she wants to be here. Carol, I just think that she should probably go.
All right, let me just make a decision because, to be honest, it's not the easiest one. I'm disappointed that Omarosa didn't do a better job as the captain. I'm disappointed that you didn't do a better job in terms of being a New Yorker and giving them the right location. And I can't say I'm disappointed in Tiffany because she's young and she's against these two killers, and they're killers. But I'm disappointed that you didn't call a very good friend of mine, Hugh Hefner, and say, sir, would you contribute? You forget about saving it for later. There is no later. This is the time. So I say, Tiffany, you're fired.
Thank you, Mr. Trump,
Thank
for
you
having
very
me.
much, too.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's a nice person, and unfortunately the nicest person is going home. But oftentimes in business, that's the way it works, sadly.
Make a pack before we go in there. We leave it in the boardroom.
Absolutely.
Deal? Yeah, absolutely.